Welcome back to the CNET stage. I'm Molly Wood here at CES 2011. Thanks for joining our live stream of all things CNET. We will be here all day, every day for the duration of the show. It is the official opening day here at CES, so the crowds are streaming in, and we have a crowd here at our stage, which makes everything that much more exciting. I am also joined on stage by David Steele, Executive Vice President of Strategy and Communications for Samsung, who you may remember as the man who so dramatically took the frame off of the frameless TV yesterday during the Samsung press conference. That was an exciting moment. So you guys had, I mean, you always have a jam-packed press conference because Samsung makes so many things, but to have the appliances on stage this year was something extra.
A lot of different products, yep.
So can you let's start by talking broadly about, because I know there's some eye candy on the table and I know you want me to get to it, but I'm going to stall so that you'll stay tuned to our stream. Talk broadly about some of Samsung's strategy, because I have noticed that really you guys are making some of the most beautiful hardware in the business right now.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, design is very important to us. I think we realized a few years ago with the transition from analog products to digital products how important design would be.
Right.
So design's an area we've stressed. We launched yesterday a new series of TVs with a pencil-thin bezel around them, so it's almost like the TV is floating. But you know, we think this year is going to be all about smart devices that connect to the internet, connect to each other. So a lot of the products that we're announcing here at CES are about that. They're about different form factors of smart devices, tablets, smartphones, sliding PCs, new forms of PCs. It's all about smart devices and connectivity.
So these always-on, always-connected devices. Are you trying to create kind of your own ecosystem, or do you imagine a world in which people can bring in any device and the connection is what binds them?
Right. So I mean, we know that consumers don't want these proprietary single company solutions. They want to be able to connect up different devices. So what we want to provide is a solution where it's actually better to have Samsung products. So if you connect up different Samsung devices, you do get some advantage. But you know, more and more now we see people connecting to the internet. I think that's the paradigm that's changed. If you were at CES 3 years, 5 years ago, it was all about device to device to device.
Right.
Now it's about being able to connect devices to each other, but being able to connect them to your favorite services. So we see, you know, PCs obviously connected, tablets connected, and more now about the smart TV being connected. So you can have applications on different devices, you can have social networking, content streaming, all of those different things.
Right. Let's talk about phones a little bit. You have been, obviously, you've made phones for a long time, but in the last year or so, you've really become an Android juggernaut.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about the Galaxy S line and do you feel like it's the adoption of Android that has spurred that incredible growth, or is it just that you have gotten very serious about making smartphones?
So I think it's mainly smartphones because we actually support some different platforms. So we have Android phones, as you said. We also have Windows Phone 7 phones. We also have our own platform, Butter, for other markets. So we think a lot of it's about the consumer adoption of smartphones in general. Galaxy S, as you mentioned, was very successful for us. We sold more than 10 million last year, and it made us #1 in the third quarter here in Android devices. So
right.
Android's important. It provides a big marketplace of applications. It's a well-recognized, almost iconic brand these days. So it's important, but we see the OS in general as being a means to an end. It's about delivering a certain experience to customers. And Android is one great way of doing that, but there are other good ways of doing that. And the customer can decide based on what they're looking for.
And now you were really the first company to come out with a true iPad competitor to deliver a consumer-focused tablet with the Galaxy Tab. And the Wi-Fi only version you announced at the show is coming out
yesterday. Coming out in the next few months.
In the next few months?
Yep.
So how do you see the tablet market developing? Obviously, we said yesterday it's raining tablets, 80 to 100, and you're taking the tablet to kind of the next level with that form factor. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this right here?
Sure.
It's time.
Is it time? Okay.
Yes.
So
the wait is over because I'm like,
please. So
okay.
I'd said like we're focusing this year on smart devices, and with smart devices we see now this evolution of different form factors.
This is a slider.
This will slide out. Yep.
I'm like afraid to push on it too hard because I don't want to do anything.
If you break it, you pay for it.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
So.
Get that.
You know, we've seen this great growth over the last few years of the netbook market. Now we're seeing great growth in tablets.
Okay.
And what we were looking at was what would be the potential if we could really combine the strengths of both of those. So something which has the touch functionality of a tablet, which has applications on it that work really well for a tablet, but also still provides the full keyboard, the QWERTY keyboard that consumers are looking for.
Right.
And that's really the concept behind this.
When you can see there's the keyboard, the touchpad, a standard touchpad. Now, is this a Windows 7 device?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's running Windows. It weighs about 2 pounds, 10-inch screen. It's going to retail for $699, coming out in a couple of months.
And how do I make it go? Oh, I see. And then I just
fold it back
down,
and slide it back.
slide it back.
So,
Tablet.
you know, we see a big potential for a device like this where it's really combining, we think, the best of both worlds.
And like you said, it's not Android. So you're not putting all of your eggs in the Android basket.
It's not Android, but it still offers a very powerful apps experience,
Okay,
because
try
that's
my
what
slide
we
all by
take
myself.
from. That's what we really take from the growth of Android and many other smartphones, is looking for an apps environment. We see it now on TVs.
Okay.
The idea that you can get 300 apps on a smart TV, downloading content. So it's about apps, it's about connectivity, and we think a sliding PC is a very good form factor.
It's definitely interesting, and you had a very exciting press conference. I hate to cut you off, but we actually have to go to Brian Tong. Thank you so much, David
Thank
Shields.
you.